Hi, Chirag sir. Hello, sir. Yeah, sir, I'm doing good. How are you doing, sir? Yeah, sir, I really choose the topic of night end game. So that is what is coming up. So night end game will be the end game topic that I'm going to talk about. And it's because the night moves are really fascinating. So we'll discuss some important topics on night end game. And usually night end game requires a lot of calculation. So I want to stress that chess is all about calculation. So that was the point of choosing the topic. So thanks for giving the motivation. I'll obviously try to make it a good one. I think black has some counterplay, but white is better here because he has got connected pass pawns. I think he would be able to play g4, h4, g5 at some point. And if black king tries to come and try to support the pawn, then white king can also support his own pawns, which has happened in the game actually. So I think this should be like a draw if black plays correctly, but I think white has some chances here. Black cannot win this, obviously, but yeah, white will have chances for sure. Yeah, I think that should have been an only try to get the king and pawn and take the white rook because you should have gone for a rook versus pawn in game because now this is totally almost lost because at some point the a4 pawn would fall and these are all connected pawns. But still it's complicated to be sure because black plays a3, a2, then white rook would be passive while black rook would be active. But white has all the time to sacrifice. I think white should play rook a2 here. Keep the pawn on a3 so that whenever he captures on a3, the h3 pawn will be protected. That should be some sort of trick. Yeah, that's why I told it's complicated. It's a little bit complicated here. That is one advice I'll give to all the viewers, that this is wrong play, because if you have 8 minutes and 7 minutes on your clock, you should be playing the middle game. It should not be the end game. You should play slow, because the most important point is, if you're not calculating, there is possibilities that you might go wrong. So to all the kids, please do go slow, because you have ample time to think. 7 minutes, 8 minutes is like a big time to think. If you think, you will get a good position and you might be winning also. So taking your time is no injustice to chess. You should take your time. Thinking F5 was much better. I was also calculating F5. I think still it's complicated, sir, because after A2, Rook A1, it will be difficult. It will be really difficult for White to convert the advantage, because the Rook would be ultimately passive. Yeah, it should be. I think it should be, with accurate play, it should be drawn. But I think why Black can also go for A2, F7. Not pretty sure. Yeah, King F7 was play. Yeah, it's. I think it's much better. Yeah, it's safer. It's actually safer. At some point, White has to take the day to pawn. He has to bring a king and take that pawn. That's pretty much forced. That's why I think the game would end in a draw. That is the only. But if White takes the king, this will give Black the chance to capture all the pawns. Yeah, I think it should be drawn up. Now it's more of a draw. Yeah. Yes, so corner pawn are difficult because, as we know, there are some concepts like opposition, outflanking for the intermediate kids. I'm saying, so those concepts are not possible with the rook pawn, because we have no more files or ranks left after that. It's the edge of the board. So that is why using those concepts with the rook pawn is difficult. So that is the reason why converting a rook pawn is difficult. So that is why we advise kids to have control of center, creating central pass pawns. So usually this game is different. So we have to accept everything that comes. But yeah, obviously having central pass pawn is much better. Yeah, I think this solution will be drawn. No, sir, it's over normal position. I cannot say it's a very original chess, so it's good. Here, I think bishop f6 was okay, but then taking with the queen, I think, is a mistake. Because I guess there is knight takes on d5. Yeah, it's wicked because it's opening up his black king. So, yeah, this is. Yeah, there is a discover attack threat over there. Yeah, that's more or less a threat. But I would like to add one more point, sir. Like whatever like Omar has played, nothing to be disappointed because this is the first step to success. So usually, if a kid is trying and is using his brain, is trying to improvise, that is the best thing we can do as chess players, or that is the best thing he can learn from a chess academy. So basically, if you are creative, if you are trying something new, that thing you are doing really great. So nothing to be disappointed from black's end. But this position is slightly or maybe plus minus position for white. So white will try to convert his advantage. But yeah, black is still in the game. So no issues, you can take your time, no issues.
Hello, 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 hello. Mic check. All right. Are we audible now? Are we audible now? All right. Okay. All right. Nafish Sheikh and Mavish Sheikh says we are not. I was not audible. Bebo, you were audible. So okay. I guess the issue should be fixed now. Bebo, can you say something? Let's just see. Let's
Yeah.
just check. All right.
Yeah, sir.
I
Can you
guess.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Hope all the audience are audible.
Okay, all right. So the issue is fixed. Let's quickly jump back to the game and let's finish this analysis quickly as the next round would have kicked in. And here, as you were saying, yeah, Omar made just some slight inaccuracies, but nothing to be worried there. It's just a plus minus possession, but Mavish capitalized on it very quickly. And let's see. Okay. Okay, this was the discovered check tactic that Mavish found and won the queen here
Yeah, that was a
and won
great
the game.
combination.
Awesome combination, Mavish. All right. Okay, Webo, let's jump in or tune in to the next round. Next round should start any second. Or, okay, all right. We have still the first round is not over because we still have the end game going on. And we were hoping for this to end in a draw. Let's see what happened here.
Yes, sir. It should be draw. It should be draw only.
Now it's totally draw, but the kids are just playing it on for the 50 move rule, I guess. Okay, they are playing it. Okay, kids, the last tournament had an award for the longest game. This one does not. So you can offer a draw here or just eat up the rook. And they played on the game for so many moves.
So to add a point to this, I have seen a game where a kid having king rook, one of the side is lost. So there is nothing wrong in trying. So the one who is trying, if both are trying, I would say hats off to both of them, because that is the fighting spirit that kids should develop. Never like propose a draw, play till the end, till king are left, or till there is a stalemate. Just play. You are there to enjoy the game, so you should give your 100% to the game. So if you're doing that, I think it's pretty awesome.
Awesome, awesome. Shout out to Manika and Swarit Tejas. And we definitely spend worth spending the time on this game. All right. So next round coming in soon. Second round for the audiences tuning in. There are 4 rounds in this tournament, and Mavish goes on 1 point. Will play again Prasad Kore. Okay. Let's switch to the games that we haven't seen in. Okay, Isani Namir joining from Canada, playing against Sard Gupta from India. We see e4, e5, knight f3, and d4. Weber, what is this opening called?
I think this is called the like if you scotch opening. So here like black would take ed4, knight d4, and normally it will be the scotch opening. And then there will be 2 lines like bishop c5 and knight f6. So usually I play knight f6, but many players also prefer bishop c5. So that's what happened in the game.
All right, and that is very interesting here.
Yeah, I think it's called gambit now. This is turning out of the gambit.
All right, and Mavish is playing there also and also active on the YouTube chat. That's great, Mavish. And we are enjoying Mavish game. Mavish is a very active participant in all our FIDE arenas, and she's usually among the top 3 finishers. So always fun to watch her games. And let's go ahead. All right. So this opening is going good. Okay. Now, how does black try to plan to kick the queen back, or is the queen in the center not dangerous for black right now? Is it safe for black to play?
Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty much okay. It's nothing. It's just a safe position. It's like very similar to the field opening. So it's pretty much safe. There is no hanging pawns. Every pawns are connected. All the pawns are connected. So I think black is doing pretty well here. And considering white position, white obviously have much better space, much better development. So yeah, obviously white has a slight advantage, but yeah, that's genuine. White will obviously have an edge if black goes for some sort of passive openings. But this is totally playable for black. I have tried this kind of positions like so many times and have come out with good results. And even a lot of good players have tried this kind of position so as to avoid theory. So if black is a good player and if he understands the position, I think he can handle this position really well.
White is definitely understanding position, and the kids are going from some subtle tricks. Queen d3, sliding it to g3, bringing on the file in front of the king. And now you see the king has slid over on the h file, again going for like trying to prevent the bishop into h3 capture tricks where queen g2. Okay, white is going all in. f4, f5, probably those are the tricks, or e5 also is one of the moves, I guess. Here white keeping things interesting.
As a coach, it's feel really proud to see the kids playing fearless chess. That's what we always advise the kids. You lose or you win does not matter, but giving 100% fight is what matters. Whatever you do, like in life or in chess, giving your 100% is what that matters. If you are satisfied with your efforts, so that's what I always advise my kids. Give your best, give it a go. If it does not gonna work, it's okay, but you will never feel disappointed with it. So I think white is exactly doing that and playing the best fearless chess here.
Awesome, and true words. We definitely we want the kids to be fearless, not only on the board but off the board in real life, and that's what chess teaches us. That's very interesting, and also chess has like different definitions. Like you have a different view, I have some different views, but ultimately the messages are same. Don't quit, never give up, keep going, fearless. All right. Black tries to tone down that fearful chess by just exchanging the queens there. All right, and okay, we have the CEO in the chat, Ranjit Balakrishnan, saying great job, and yes, thank you, sir. Sometime we'll also like to see your chess skills in the commentary box when you join in, and we have some Okay, guys, let's go and let's see. Bebo, do you want to stick to this game or do we want to jump to another game?
Sir, whatever you wish. This game is almost like in a difficult phase. I think the knight is trapped.
The knight is kind
So
of
I think
trapped.
we can fish some other
NG3,
games.
yeah, and king g2, rook f3.
I think the rook is hanging, so I think you have to go
Rook
something like rook
f3.
f3. Yeah, I think the knight is trapped after rook f3. Knight, rook f3, bishop h4.
Knight
Bishop
e4 or e2
h4.
cannot go.
Yeah, bishop h4 I think is forced here.
All right.
But I'm not sure. I think the knight is anyways going to be trapped. I think 2 pieces for a rook. Something we can see something like that. Yeah. Bishop h4. I think king to g2. I think that is what is going to happen.
But then if immediately f5.
Maybe f5 will also work. But if f5, then the e5 pawn will be hanging. I'm not so sure if white is going to do that. I think king g2 is more simpler. Take the pawn, but I will take the knight.
Yeah,
That's
king
that
g2,
one
black goes f5 now.
Yeah, this is now a good counter play. I think black can go f5 here.
Black goes f5, e captures f5, then the rook can capture it, I guess.
But I think so still it's critical. Bishop f2 is a real threat now.
Bishop f2 is a threat.
Somehow black has to stop that.
So bishop c6, attacking
bishop
the rook.
c6 will be made with bishop d5. Then
right.
Bishop captures, knight captures. I think this is better for white. This is winning. This is winning for white.
Then can the knight run away from the e4 square if bishop
yeah,
e4?
I think knight can run away. But still, I think knight e2, king f1. Still, the knight is not going anywhere. That is a tricky part of the
knight e4. I'll go.
Yeah, he has to go. Yeah,
e4
knight
and then
e4
hide it to c5.
Yeah, but then c7 pawn would be hanging, d6 pawn would be hanging.
Because f5 now. Now bishop f2 ends the game, I guess.
Maybe can take the bishop first, c6, and then go bishop f2. Not so sure.
All right. White had to be, I guess, one move fast. Yeah. Okay, he takes bishop, captures on c6. Isani Namir from Canada and Sat Gupta. Also, great thing. Isani Namir not being afraid, playing fearless chess. All right. G captures. Okay, but nothing is happening. Simply H captures and the knight can't go back to the f5 square now.
So one advice to all the kids, the black position was like in difficult situation because black kept on having hanging pieces. As we teach kids, if you have hanging pieces, it's difficult. So you could see the h4 bishop is not supported. The g3 knight is only having a loose support with h4. So that is the reason why black is having the problems. So you should avoid having hanging pieces. If you can do that, I think it will be really good. You can have a good position.
Also, I guess black could have escaped there somehow, or kind of like if eaten up the bishop, knight e4, knight c5, and could have like gone for a little bit of a. Although black would have still been worse than, but could have been a little bit of better position than this. So he had to take time. Again, time has been a crucial factor, I guess. If you are in trouble, I guess you should take a lot of time to think here, and it would be interesting. All right. So white clearly better. Isani Namir from Canada might be better. Let's quickly jump to and let's see what's happening on the other games. All right. Let's go to. Okay, this game has already ended. No, it's still going on, and Aditya Japesh from Australia is taking this game home against Gunina Sethi from England. So diverse people from all over the countries, all over the world tuning in. So it's great and great to see. Queen b3, simply checkmate. Okay, let's see what is white doing. That is why we keep on playing till the end. Black. So shout out to Penchala Gunishetty here, and let's see. Oh, but he resigned now. Okay. I thought he would just go on playing till the checkmate. Always kids.
To be honest, Aditya is my student.
Okay, Aditya Japesh is your student. So
so
probably is going to get a Queen b3 should have been a checkmate and not go for more queens. All right. I personally say this to students: if you
I
can
am going to
checkmate
talk
with
about this game in the obviously in the class. This game is going to be discussed because he knows how to checkmate with one queen, I guess, and he's having two queens on the board.
but kids do this for fun also, and probably Aditya was on the 15th rank. He's just having fun. Now I guess he'll play a
So
little
no,
bit
at the point
seriously.
actually he was learning, I think, from Abbas sir. So he was learning from Abbas sir, and he got promoted to intermediate 2 level. So I think he's an intermediate 2 level kid, and then he was transferred to my batch. I think it would be around 3 months time. I have started working with him. 2.5 months time. I've started working with him.
All right, and Mavish has already checkmated the opponent, and the king is in center, and Mavish is on a roll today. And we have seen Mavish has been in top 3 today. Looks like Mavish is going to take the arena. It's 2 points already on the board against Prasad Kore. Prasad Kore has also been a very regular in these FIDE arena events, and Mavish takes down Prasad, who both were on 1 points each, and this is a beautiful checkmate on the center of the board. We'll come back to this game and probably look at it, but let's see the games that are still going on. Okay, let's see. So Manika and Harsh Tirali. Harsh Tirali is from India. Manika is from the US. Their game's still going on. Okay, Bebo, what are your thoughts?
I think black is better here, completely better. He has an open file. The rook on f8 is really good. The queen f6 is well placed. Knight on c4 is an outpost. The d2 bishop is not doing much, so I think yeah, black is completely better.
Black totally better against white here. Although white has a bishop, but that bishop is totally inactive, and black has so many. It looks like black has a couple of extra pawns, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 to 7 versus 6. 1 pawn extra. All right, but at this kids level, that 1 pawn doesn't matter much, right, Weber? That if
Yeah,
white
I think it's about the pieces. So it's about the pieces, and you could see that as we teach kids, Chirag sir, like the knight needs an outpost, and black has already done that. That's one part of the job done. So knight is on an outpost, so that is giving black a big advantage here.
definitely a black knight already has an outpost, and all the pawns are connected. White has now the c3 pawn is also alone. A2 pawn sitting there alone, crying in the corner. What to do? Doesn't know much. Rook is under attack. White has to save the rook now. All right, and it will be interesting. Black can choose to eat up the bishop also, right? Capture the bishop, or you just want to hold
Yes,
hold
capturing a
on to
bishop
this.
is not a question. I would never capture it because a knight looks so good. I would even not capture it for a rook because a knight is so strong. So but that is an option. Yeah, obviously that is an option that black can try. But I think right now it's not.
Black shows good play. Just holds on. Just will hold on this position. Probably d4 e3 ideas
Yeah,
also
probably
coming in.
d4. D4 is good. D4 looks good, more control.
All right.
I think c3 is hanging now. I think black is making mistakes. I think knight e3 maybe followed by queen c3. Not sure. Should be winning. Yeah, knight e3, queen c3 should be winning.
Knight
Getting
e3, queen. Knight e3, f takes e3, queen c3. But then rook captures, or we'll capture with the king.
Maybe we can capture with the rook, and then if he captures the d5 pawn, we can go king h8.
Okay.
And then I think there are a lot of attacks for.
We might see this on the board.
Yeah, I think that is what is going to happen because that is completely winning, I guess.
Okay. Queen
Maybe
captures on
queen
c3
also
also
win. If
supports
I
the
was there, I
c.
can also take queen f1. But queen f1 would lead to a passive rook. So I think queen c3 is better. Take the pawn on c3, e3 is hanging. And I think it's much better to like play more free chess. Okay.
Okay.
Black went for a simpler option.
Rook f, queen f, rook captures now. And
now king f7, king e6 should be must, I guess. But I think now this is difficult for black to win because white rook is active, so white will have some chances. As we all know, rook endgames are always a draw. So if opposite bishop and rook endgame are there, there are some chances. So
But Manika played very good rook and pawn endgame in the last match. Like she showed the skills, but like yeah. Also, she was the one who was pushing with the three pawns with white. So I guess she will be able to navigate this position and also looking at the time difference here, 10 minutes versus 4 minutes. Although 4 minutes is doable in this position, probably Monica might be able to trick Harsh Tarale. Uh, we'll come back. We'll see this game when we are back. Let's jump. Let's go back to another
it
game.
should be given the whole credit should be given to the kid and the coach. It should be a kudos to a coach and the kid for practicing those rook endgames and finding out the subtle moves.
And
So
definitely. So we have two ongoing games. One second. We haven't looked at these kids. Liana and Nathi from Qatar and Nirav Premchand from India tuning in. And okay, Nirav Premchand seems to be only on 2 minutes on the clock. So this should be okay. This should be very different. All right, and our chat is flooded. Okay, awesome. We have Addiction Chess Club, RJ Life Explorer, Tushar Sharma, Piyush Khurana, all the coaches from our Premier Chess Academy showing us all the love. If Dharanish, Tushar, sure, we'll check if Dharanish is playing or not. Okay, sorry, 1 second. All right, and Abhinandan Ganguly joins, and everyone is here. All right, awesome. Let's see. Let's tune back in 1 second. Okay, let's jump back into the game and. Yeah, Vaibhav, what's happening here? It looks like Lian and Matty, Lina and Matty from Qatar is going to take away this game.
I think this is a very wild position. I love such positions because both the kings are in middle and so much of complex. I cannot answer at all this position in 1 or 2 seconds. This is very complex. I think, but black is better here because two bishops.
Yeah, and
So I think
both
black
the bishops are like in near the king, like dissecting the position, going all in. Like what is happening with the bishops?
The point is that here black can castle to the long side, but white cannot castle. That's a tricky point because white colored bishop is stopping d1. The black colored bishop on e3 is stopping g1. So white king actually is stuck in the middle. But black has the option of castling long, and if that happens, I think black is winning. It's all about king safety. If king is safe, black should be winning here.
Definitely king safety and white trying to think what to do, but probably taking a lot of time here. 1 minute on the clock, and I don't think 1 minute would be enough to tackle these complexities here. And Nirav needs to play a little bit fast. Although it's very difficult to find a move here, but all right. What would be the correct move for white, Weber? Should h3 because we don't.
White somehow try to trade queens. If not, I think that this is almost lost. Okay. Somehow he has to trade queen. Yeah, queen c4.
Queen c4.
Yeah, the idea that he's supporting the e4 bishop, so that if bishop d2 comes, king d2, the e4 bishop is supported. I think this is a mistake from black end. Black should not give up that bishop. I think black should have long castle. I'm not sure
now
why.
Black will go long castle and.
But then king c2 would be helping white king and white king.
It looks like white's position is stabilized now.
Yeah, stabilized. Yeah, I think two bishops should be good.
And he doesn't go long castle. He goes rook d8. Now I think white chances are good. White can play rook e1.
Rook yeah, and I think white is winning here.
Rook a to e1, and it looks very dangerous for black now. Even though 1 minute, don't forget there is a 5-second increment. So if Nirav Premchand knows to find, like, he can think in black's time also. Okay, black playing too fast. I guess still rook a e1, right?
Yeah, rook a1 is good.
And king hides on the b1 square and nothing is happening. All safe.
This should be winning for white.
Okay, the tables have turned and this should be very interesting. As Bebo was pointing out, I was clearly assuming that black is going to win because of the bishops cutting through into the white's camp, stopping white's king, but tables have changed. Just time. Okay.
So one advice to kids. You look 38 seconds of white and you look 7 minutes of black, and that's where you learn chess. So white has utilized his 9 minutes and somehow found out a good way to neutralize black's attack. But black had a very good position upper hand, but did not use his time, and that's why he could not convert his advantage. So it's not about the time, but it's about using that time. If you have time, it does not matter. You have to use that 10 minutes on the clock and try to make sure you work your brain through and get that good position.
All right. Definitely, white going now. Good idea. Rook h1, rook e3, attacking that bishop, also preventing this bishop. Now, as you were saying, can exchange the queens also, right? Queen b4.
But I think keeping queen should be much better. Like something like queen d4 would also be good.
Queen d4, yeah. White tries to keep the queen. Fearless chess. As we see, if I would have been playing, I would have gone queen b4. Just looking at the time, I would have preferred to go into a quick end game and probably just go for a draw. But here, white will go for a win, I guess. And
sir, we are watching the games of Gen Alpha kids. It's not only Gen G. Now we are in Gen G level, but they're Gen Alpha. So like they are completely fearless. They can do anything that they want. So that is the difference between us and them. So they will play obviously fearless chess. That is the difference.
Nice terminology came up by, and all right. Thanks for the audience. For all the love in the chat, thank you so much. And all right, we'll check Tushar if Dharanish is playing for sure. We'll check, and we are on. Let's see if what's happening with the other Gen Alphas here. Some Gen Zs checking up Gen Alpha's game. Dharanish, I guess, is not playing. Tushar, probably you can ask Dharanish to join because it's an exciting arena which is going on. And all right, and Bebo, we wanted to tune in to this game where Manika is used to playing the rook and pawn end games. And shout out to Manika's coach, as you were saying, to finding these. And black is still pushing.
So last game black was defending, this time black is pushing. That's the difference.
Yeah, but last game Manika was white, so Manika was always pushing. So
yeah, so this should be like a credit to the kid and the coach. Good rook and game play.
All right. Also, white taking his time, Harsh Tarale, but holding the position, I guess, decently. All right.
So there is a difference now. Last position that we saw, there were pass pawns on the flank, but as we discussed, central pass pawn is much better. So here black has done that. So black has got the d4 pawn in place. So that I think this should be winning for black.
Looks like this should be winning for black. All right. But white doesn't have any trick to hold. Like
not sure, because white rook is actually passive. So in rook endgame, activity of rook is very important. If the rook was behind the pass pawn, I think white has some chance. So to all the viewers and all the kids, there's a rule: we should place our rooks always behind the pass pawn. So as you could see here, the rook is in front of the pass pawn. So that is a disadvantage for white. So that should be rectified. So white rook should be on e8, rather it is now on e2.
All right. So rook needs to be behind now. Okay, king to g1, g2 probably might be a little bit, and Manika is finding these very good intermediate moves here in this endgame. which are very subtle for these victory to be converted. I guess king d3 now.
Yeah, I think king d3, then followed by rook f6, and then going something. Or yeah, maybe taking is also good. Takes, and then go king d3. That would be better also. Yeah. The king is cut off. I think this should be winning for black. It's totally winning.
Totally winning for black. So great endgame technique by Manaka, showing some intermediate level chess. All right, let's see. There's one more game which was going on where are the tables turned. It would be interesting to see if the tables have turned or not. Okay, sorry, this was the game against Aditya. All right, white wasn't able to turn on the tables against black. Math Liliana and managed to get the victory there, and should be winning here. But Nirav Premchand was giving a very excellent fight. Can we just switch back and let's see where did white go wrong? Okay, let's see here. Okay, we'll jump back later. There are a lot of quick moves are going on. So okay, black will just get a queen now, and we should see the end of this game pretty soon. This game should end quickly. White going for some stalemate tricks, I guess.
But I think so, it will be possible. It's difficult.
Yeah, it's very difficult now.
Bishop b3 should have been played. I think instead of going directly rook, I think bishop b3 was much better.
But it's clearly a quick check.
Yeah, still it's made. It's totally lost. Lot of material advantage. Big advantage.
Queen b1 checkmate. Okay, this is also checkmate. Queen c2 now. All right. Okay. Mathli Lianan managed to against the fighting Nirav Premchand. She managed to get her victory, and let's see. So we saw till here, right, where white had stabilized a bit. Queen d4.
Yeah.
Black played c5 now. Interesting. Queen a4 we saw.
I think here I think white should have gone queen e5 in place of queen a4.
Okay.
I think that's a rule that we should never move our pieces to corner. So even if it leads to exchange of queens, it's okay. But trading queens is acceptable here because you should keep your pieces in the center. Queen e5, maybe then take on e5, rook e5, then get the other rook to h1, rook a e1, and maybe that would have been a good chance for white to convert. The h7 pawn is hanging. That was much better. Playing queen e5 here is much better. So queen a4 is slightly worse.
Okay, so queen e5 should have been the move that he could have tried Nirav, but okay, queen a4. But he wanted to play around with the queen, but now yes, the pawn started storming in, and it became a pawn fork here, and that's how. Okay, but king d2 would have been safer.
But I think same thing, like the d3 pawn b2, so anyway you have to take it. And it leads to a trade of queens also, so that is now lost, I think.
Okay, all right. But yeah, Nirav gave a good fight. We saw some good defensive techniques. Probably then here when we were talking about hiding the king to c2 and going rook e1, yeah, sorry, king c2, and now you're talking about rook e1, right, instead of bishop d3.
Yes. Yeah. Rook a1 was much better.
That would have been better, where the king would have hidden on the b1 square. All right, but both, shout out to both of them playing this was a very interesting game. I like a unique game to look at, I feel, because both the players created some great chances, and only one ongoing game, which is I guess 1 second, which is the ongoing game. Okay, we are probably done with the games, and yes, all right, Manika entered into this endgame, but now it looks like a draw.
Yeah, so if the king is not in the mating zone, I think it should be a draw. It should know that if the black king is not on the zone like d5, e5, it should be a draw, because now whenever you try to give check, it will lead to stalemate. So that's one sort of problem.
All right. So Monica probably not need to enter into because this is the second draw, and she has been playing excellent chess. She has been playing excellent end game techniques also, but somehow the opponents are really strong and uh, like very resourceful in their defense and able to find these tricks where they are holding, because she was pushing in both the end game. Last time also with white, she was pushing. This time also with black, she clearly had a passed pawn and she clearly made a queen, but somewhere she maybe have done a small mistake where this looks like a draw now, probably three
And
four
to be honest, I think she should be very proud of what she has done. In chess,
definitely,
like it's
definitely.
tough to win games, so I think she's done really good. She's done
Also,
really
to
good.
go in an end game and play an end game, kids feel end games are very boring, but and that is the tech, like that is the approach also I feel Maneka should be taking up, going into an end game playing to her strengths. Now she's getting, probably opponent is able to find a defense one or two. Let's say she plays 10 more games like this, she'll convert 10 out of 10 probably. So she gets more experience with this end game plays, and definitely she's looking really strong, and we have been loving her playing, enjoying her end game. Probably a couple of moves I also missed, which Weber, of course, you guessed it, but Manika found those small subtleties and tactics which I was mind blown by. Okay, this was also the idea there, which could have been done. And let's see. All right, Tushar. Tushar has a lot of kids joining in. Can you also check Nandit Sai and Ved, please? All right, Tushar, our coaches making sure all the kids are participating. Shout out to all the coaches doing all the hard work behind the scenes, making these streams happen. If the kids are not playing, how will we stream? So always at a time there are hundreds of kids playing, joining our arenas, so we are able to stream these events, and definitely Tushar will check in if Ved or Nandit Sai has tuned in. All right, so this might go on. Okay, it's a draw, but I thought so it ended it through 50 move rule, or they just agreed, like I guess threefold repetition might have taken place.
Yeah, it
All
should
right.
be a photogenic draw. So photogenic draw means if the same position gets repeated for 3 times. So I think the same position must have come on the board for 3 times. So the system must have like given up a draw.
All right, awesome. So all right, and we wish Manika will get one of the victories now. I guess definitely she'll get her victory soon. And let's look at who is leading. Mavesh, we saw, is on 2-on-2, and this would be interesting. Mavesh from KFA will play against. Okay, games kicked off. Let's look at the leaderboard. We were. Okay, sorry, not the leaderboard. These are the kids. Okay, we were seeing Asin Namir from Canada playing, and Avyan Pujari. They both are on 2 points, so they both are also in the leading front. For the audiences just tuning in, we have 4 rounds. This is the third round going on. So, 1 second. All right, and today the arena is going on for a little bit longer. Weber, last time we saw the kids were playing too fast and the arena ended up very quickly. This time, kids taking their time, showing skills. Also, this opening is pretty standard, following all the opening rules. Let's see the leaderboard. Let's see how many kids are on full points. So. Okay, we have 4 kids full points, and then some more kids
Is this
trailing.
round number 4 or round number 3?
It's round number 3 still. There's time for round number 4. We have seen some very long end games going on, so today the time is taking it's taking good time, and so we have 4 kids. It's Isani Namir from Canada, Avyan Pujari from England, Mavish Sheikh from KSA, and Lina and Mathi from Qatar. So we have like 4 kids from 4 different parts of the world on top. 2 out of 2 points. 2 kids will go ahead. Let's see some good good quality chess being showcased. And okay, this game already some interesting things happening. Let's see. Queen has entered into the white scam. White planning to maybe trap the queen. Rook b3. No, that's not okay.
This is knight b5.
Knight b5, queen a5, and queen b6.
Yeah, I think white is doing good here.
White is doing good, but
yeah, many of my kids also play this line, this d4 e5 line. Actually, the opening, I'm pretty sure it's d4 e5.
yes,
I'm not
d4 e5.
100% sure. Yeah, so I would advise kids not to play. This is not good. I think giving up your center pawn for free is not good. Just a genuine trap.
d4
So
e5.
I know as a kid we are excited to put our opponent into trap, but we have to also realize that something that we are getting first will have some sort of disadvantage. The things that you get quickly will also go quickly. So I would advise not to do this, not to play this kind of gambits, but go for proper opening or main line where you can get a stable advantage.
Awesome. Yeah, this is a different kind of a line, d4 e5, and Webber predicting students line very quickly. But I guess Lina and Mathi, Webber, we were seeing in the last game also, like she likes this Lina and likes this messy positions, I guess. Both the bishops were staring in, did not castle, did not care, but still created an attack, always kept the pressure going on the opponent. And awesome.
Sir, I would name it as Gen Alpha variation. Everyone who is in the Gen Alpha level or Gen Alpha category, they can play this kind of complex variation usually.
Gen Alpha. All right. Let's see. But Mavish is also Gen Alpha. Both Gen Alphas facing each other. Mavish definitely, I guess, somewhere she's thinking of trapping Black's queen, which probably now. All right. Black queen's always looking very much dangerous. Also, now queen is attacked, so queen has to move somewhere, and probably e4 after that. No, e4 would be a mistake. Sorry.
I think this should be lost now. This should be lost because of knight c7.
But knight a6 is defending the. Okay, yes, both the knights are
Oh, there are
attacking
two
c7 square. All right. So knight c7, I guess, will be played on the board, and Mavish should be moving. The way she has played today, looks like she should be moving to 3-on-3.
Sir, one advice would be this game is already over within like 8 to 10 minutes. Unlike other games that we saw, everyone was taking that time. So this is the best advice for all the kids from this, those who are viewing it, that take your time. There's no need to play fast. Go slow. As a coach, as a mentor, from academy point of view, I can advise that once you think you will enjoy the game much better if you're going to play fast, you're not going to find the correct moves. So rather go slow and find the slow and steady wins the race. That's the code. So you have to go slow, you have to go steady, and you have to win that race.
Definitely slow and steady win the race. Although an old old phrase or an old saying for the Gen Alphas that you are talking about, but some wise words from the Gen Z here to the Gen Alphas. And let's see if White can probably manage to get the knight out also, and probably exchange the queens also here. So White looking very promising. Some moves like e3, bishop d3, castle, anything, everything is coming. Okay, yeah, e3, simple, I guess. Yeah,
E3.
or bishop e3. Oh, this is much more simpler, exchanging the queens.
Yeah, the trade of queens now, and now it's much simpler. Yeah.
Now also the knight also escapes by knight c7. So Mavish Sheikh taking another win, leading. Okay, queen captures, bishop captures, then
I think just bishop b4, bishop d6, or maybe bishop b4 works.
Bishop b4, bishop captures on e5. Then
we can just go e3 and develop the bishop. I think that should be winning.
Yeah, e3 also. g3, bishop g2 also.
I think white will be having an exchange here. The a8 knight is going to get trapped for sure. Okay, they gave it up.
Because now he wants to bishop b6. He wants to capture bishop b6.
Bishop b6.
Take off more pieces of the board. So simplifying the end game. Also, a pawn looks like a passed pawn, or not passed pawn right now, but a little bit dangerous for the future. And okay, so let's jump. We have many exciting games going on. Another game for the leaderboard going on between. All right. 1 second. There was one more game going on between the leaders, which was against it's Aryan Pujari versus. Let me see, where is that game? Okay, we'll come to that game later. Let's see some of the games that we haven't, some of the kids that we haven't visited. Okay, Matthew Lionel, we did not see his game. Let's see Matthew Lionel's game. Okay, alright, these guys made a draw just now. Penchala Himanshu Gunishetty and Matthew Lionel. One from Penchala Gunishetty from England and Lionel Matthew from Qatar just made a draw. Let's see. Alright, they had a threefold repetition here. And threefold repetition, for the audiences who do not know, the position repeats 3 times. If the same position has repeated 3 times, then it ends in a draw. But looks like white was pushing here. Should have pushed for a win, right? Or looks
white got a push because the king is in the middle and 2 rooks are having their open file. I think white should be winning it.
Alright, but let's see. He played queen h8, queen h7. That's the draw that white made. And so Weber, what's a different move that white can do here?
I guess maybe white can just play normal chess, like something like queen g8. Just wait. There's nothing to hurry here. Maybe h4, something like that. If they take, you can go queen h4 and then give a check. Just normal chess should win here because black king is in middle and somehow black will have problems because the king also cannot run to the other side because the d1 rook is covering up the escape routes.
Yes, the d1 rook definitely covers the d file, so the king does not have entry to this side of the board. Very h4, queen h4, that looks like a plan. And as you said, queen g8.
I was actually considering f4 here. I was actually considering f4.
f4 I also thought, but g captures on f4.
Yeah, that's the point.
So f4 looks a little bit risky. As you said, now I'm looking at it, queen g8, h4, I'm liking these moves where we are just planning to grab this g pawn somewhere, and the king is always going to be on the right side of the board or on the king side as the rook is cut off. So we can keep on, white can just keep on pressing, and draw was he can, like the perpetual checks he made, if black wanted to repeat, he can do that anytime later on the board also.
Queen g8, that will also work here. Even if you don't want to play h4, you can just play queen g8, queen h4, attack that pawn on g5, get that pawn, push your h pawn full down the board, and that would also be difficult for black to defend. White should not agree for a draw.
And if white wanted to make a draw, he can make a draw 10 moves later, 20 moves later, like, because he's the one who is pressing, right? So
white can take it any time. White can just offer a draw, and if white offers a draw, black will obviously agree with anytime white offers.
Some tip to Penchala Himanshu Gunishetty, I guess. Take your time. Should have played this game 10-20 moves ahead. Okay, Weber, let's so this game is a draw. We wanted to check it for Lionel. We did not check any games for Lionel. There are 6 games going on, some exciting chess. There are still 6 games going on. Let's see. Okay, and this was the game for the leaders. Okay, who's going to go? Interesting queen and rook endgame. Very interesting. Avyan Pujari versus And I like this. Avian and Isan has started the game playing in, and only they are only okay. No, they are played 30 moves. Sorry, my bad. Uh, so all right, looks like draw.
Yeah, Queen E8, Queen E4 support.
Okay, Queen E8, Queen E5 is a draw. In fact, Queen is okay. No, White does. Oh, Bebo, you need to see this.
I think White did not do that. So
Ah,
yeah, but
Avian missed this bit. Avian was playing so good today. He wasn't missing any tactics up and down. He went a little bit hungry for that win, and it backfired. Simple move he missed. Queen E8, Queen E5 draw clearly looks like a draw. It's a perpetual check, and Black was threatening a checkmate. He thought only Queen G2 was a checkmate. I guess that's what he missed. He did not see Queen H2 and he thought Queen G2 is covered. Let me just go to F3, try to press probably.
But still, sir, I think when the Queen is on F3, it's still doing nothing. Like even if you go Queen F8, it's still not a checkmate because that is King H7. So I think better was to take a draw.
Take a draw like this here, and okay, all right, no worries. Avian will bounce back stronger, but Isani Namir from Canada taking another win and showing his skills. So probably Isani and Mavish will face off each other. Mavish has wrapped up the game, so Mavish has won, I guess, and we have more games going on. Positions are changing. Let's see. Okay, this time Manika hasn't gone into an end game, and playing against one of your students, Bebo from Australia, Aditya Japesh here. Aditya looks okay. He has a knight, but
Yeah.
looks a little bit this position looks a little bit crazy on the first glance. A white pawn on A7.
I think Black should somehow play some moves like King H7 so that there would be no check coming up. Like if Rook C6, Rook A7, or that kind of some sort of trick. This is now I think still a good move because if Queen takes Knight, there is Queen takes Rook.
Takes Rook.
Good trick by Black. So Aditya has done good.
Rook B6, another good move. Threatening Queen B8 also now.
Yeah, it's now complex.
Okay. He takes the
I
queen
think
to
Queen C4. Now Queen C4 will be played.
Queen C4.
Yeah, threatening Queen F4. Yeah, this is good moves by Aditya. Probably I think he knows that I'm watching or I'm commenting on the game, so he's not making any mistakes today.
Alright, Rook C6. Trying to complicate things here.
Maybe Rook A7 now. I think Rook A7. No, Rook A7 Queen C8 will be there. That is the trouble. That is what I wanted to avoid.
That's why you wanted to go King H7 earlier.
Yeah, that is the reason I wanted to go King H7.
So, Queen F4, King G1, King H1. Okay.
I think Queen C1. I think Black should take a draw here. It's okay to accept that the position is like critical and a draw is a good result. Yeah. Happy with the draw. Yeah, I would be happy with the draw in this position.
But Manika wouldn't be happy because she has 3 draws. But she has been playing excellent, so she should be happy too. And she has been getting tough opponents, and but she has been showcasing that clear skill. She this game, I guess she listened to us and decided not to go into the end game, but kind of reached the end game, but not without the queen. But going strong, and Aditya taking time here. He has 9 minutes on the clock, trying to see if he can do something. Let's see if we are not able to find some trick, but if Aditya is. So
So to add one more point, one more quality of Aditya, Aditya is very fast. That is one thing we always discuss. I always tell him to go slow, and he's the one who always calculates really fast. So
he takes rook captures on a7.
yeah, no point. I think that he should take a draw right now. Okay, I think this is now lost somehow. I'm not sure. Yeah, this should be lost because I think rook c8 and queen just comes back to f2. Yeah,
Yes,
this is lost.
he overpushed here. But probably is he hoping for something like okay, now knight cannot come, but okay, still draw on the board, right?
Yeah, that's a draw. I think white misplayed. Queen f2 should have
White
been played.
missed it, yes. And now Aditya should be very sharp and take the draw here. And I guess he's smart that way, and he will take the draw here. Oh, he went for knight d4. He's also trying to trick probably knight e2.
This is the Gen Alpha level. No one is ready to give up.
If you and me were playing, we would have gone for a draw, definitely. Like
Yeah, it
me
should have been over by
probably.
then.
I like to keep things safe. I play very safe. I like to play very attacking in the middle game.
Coffee right now. We have been enjoying a good coffee in the cafe, discussing the game.
Definitely, in a tournament, we would have gone, ended this game peacefully in a draw, shook hands, went to the cafeteria with the opponent, discussing the game, going ahead, sipping coffee. But Gen Alpha showing their skills, both in fact, Aditya and Manika, both of them showing their skills. Okay, probably okay. Now, getting very tricky for white also, I guess.
Guy white takes on f7. I think knight g3 check. That is what Aditya is hoping for.
Yes. But I guess Manika sees knight g3 definitely, so she won't allow knight g3. But what's there to stop it?
I think something like queen d1, knight.
Queen d3, pinning the knight.
Yeah, queen d3 or queen d1 that will work. Yeah.
This should be very interesting to see what Manika does now. But this was a very crazy and an interesting game again, and we are enjoying all the games. Today's arena has been really interesting, and let's see. Okay, all right. Rook d8, same approach. Planning to bring the queen on d1, as you pointed out.
Yeah, now I think queen e3, king h2, knight f1. I think this is critical.
Queen e3, king h2 and
knight f1.
Oh, is that a checkmate?
No, not checkmate. Then again, king h1. It's complex. It's highly complex, but I think black has somehow found some counterplay.
So
difficult now.
Very.
I think this is one area I think Manika needs to work on. I think same we saw. I think he's giving opponent counterplay. I think that is one part that she needs to work on. Giving counterplay to opponent winning position.
The first two games that we saw, she was always pushing, but opponent found that rook and pawn in game defense. Like this game, she gave up a counterplay, but in the past, she was always pushing. She decided to go into some sort of an end game where she was always a pawn up and she was pushing, but could not convert the victory. Here also, I guess she would have had, like, as you said, queen f2 was the idea. She would have just simply come to queen f2. That was like a clear win. Now again, I guess now knight g3, knight f1 should be a draw.
Aditya should take a draw. If now Aditya pushes, I think it's a wrong choice.
he might now, because queen d3 is also a danger now. If queens go off the board, then white is clearly winning there.
No, that is what I think Aditya is giving checks.
But what if he goes queen f4 now again?
No point, I think. Then same king to g1, same old queen e3. I think now this is getting highly complicated. Queen e1 threatening knight f1. I think this is really, really complicated.
But now let's see. Queen d1.
Yeah, I think now knight f1. Yeah, it should be draw. Knight f1, king h1. No, king g1 is there. Now this is winning for white, I guess. Okay. Aditya is still trying for tricks. Unbelievable play.
All right, but I hope this doesn't backfire for Aditya. He's able to hold it to a draw.
We're happy and proud for him. This is what we discussed in almost every session that we did to like fight till the end.
Yes.
So
Always
that is
go
what
for these tricks. Yes.
He has been honest to the classes. That's what I love. He has been really honest. He has really told that he is going to give his best, and he's doing that. So we can't expect much. If someone is trying, there is no problem in that.
Yes. Now. Okay. But we have seen like last 10-15 moves, black has been on the offensive, white has been on the defensive, and that was very interesting, and some good ideas. Okay, I guess he'll go queen c5. Not exchanging the queen.
I think
he went
keeping
queen c5.
Queen e3, queen e2. No, queen e3 is
queen e3 should be on the board. Queen c2, king g3, queen g6. No, queen c2, rook d2.
Yeah.
So now a little bit, but definitely Aditya making things really interesting for this game. And shout out to Manik also holding there, just holding the position. Okay, queen f5. Another interesting move. All right, let's see. Do we have any other games going on? Probably not. Okay, we have still 2 ongoing games. Oh, white has won here. 1 second, let me just check if that was a glitch or not. Oh, we have Hush. This is the interesting game going on. Hush versus Swarat.
Black is winning.
Black is winning here, just trying to make a queen. King goes up, h3, pawn push. Let's see how quickly. Single queen checkmate, of course, at level 3. Knowing, I guess queen g6 will be played next. King goes to h4, queen g6. King comes down. Okay, queen g2. Okay, he'll follow the 2.5 step rule, and I call this as a dancing technique, Weber. Why do I call this as a dancing technique? Because you see, white king dance. So I am really bad at dancing, right? When I go to weddings, I don't know how to dance, or a party, I don't know how to dance. Whomsoever is dancing in front of me, I copy their moves. Same thing happens. Black queen copies the black king moves. Yeah, one step, one step, one step, one step. So we just copy the moves, keep on going, and then when the white queen gets tired, calls to the black king, come join the party, and here party is done. Checkmate. All right, let's go back. There was a fun segment, fun queen checkmate to watch. All the kids love the queen checkmate. Only probably okay. Let's see. Manika's game we wanted to see, right? What happened there? Aditya and Manika's. 1 second. Okay, it is still going on. Still a tough position. Still crazy. Aditya managed to get that c2 pawn, which could have been very deadly or dangerous towards the end game. And I guess he'll hold this to a draw now. Looks promising.
I think it's difficult. Not so sure why he would give up on exchange, but yeah, he is fighting. That's one thing I love.
Queen h8. No, that is not.
In f8, and then takes. I think it should be winning for white. Somehow it should be winning. Rook knight, 3 pawn should be winning.
And we have seen how good Manika is in end games. So probably Aditya should be careful to entering into an end game and rather keep the queens on the board, I guess. What about queen c1?
Yeah, queen c1 also work. Yes, yeah.
No, but queen c1 there is no entry point, right? Okay, he goes queen d8. White just wants to get the queen off the board. White's approach is also
good. I'm a good endgame player. I'll exchange everything and I'll go for the endgame. It's a really good one. It's a really good. Like both players are giving their best.
This is a very interesting endgame. And shout out to Manika. She's the one who's played like very long games. All games have been like more than 70 moves, I guess. All of her games. And but she has been doing really good here. Manika Singh from the United States joining in. And all right.
King to g8 should be
We have to be careful. The rook is pinned. Rook is pinned here.
But I think g6 should be slightly down.
f4. Interesting. King h2. All right. Queen f3. Exchange. That's the approach. And f5 looks dangerous next by white, I guess. Not currently. The queen has to go somewhere. So when the queen is not attacking the rook, then probably f5 might get dangerous. Also now I guess if earlier Aditya had a couple of perpetual checks or drawing ideas, but now if he has it, I guess he will go for it.
Yeah, I think this is now difficult.
But
so
we never know. And she goes for f5, but we never know. These Gen Alpha never run out of steam, so we never know. And okay, there's an intermediate check. Also rook e7 coming in after f captures. This is now over, I guess. Okay, queen captures on f7. Is that?
Yeah. So.
Okay, she goes for a rather a good approach, not allowing any more. Perfect.
Perfect like plan. Excellent game by Manika.
Excellent calculation. And the only game where she kept the queens on the board kind of worked for her, but went very messy, very complicated. And let's look at this here, right? 1 second. Let's look at where rook a7 rook captures on a7, the pawn that black captured. That was a very interesting moment. We were talking about something like okay, here white just has to take the rook, right?
Yes.
Okay. And 1 second, 1 minute here.
Yeah, queen c4, rook c6, and then queen f4 should have been a draw.
Yes, which he did not want to go for, and but he found these ideas. It would be very interesting when you might analyze him with the class. Was there any more tricks for black with the knight there? And
Yeah, but I think there was no trick because white was totally dominating. So I think white should be winning. Yeah.
oh, but Manika found these very good defensive tactics when
She did well. She really found the cool moves.
yeah,
That was a good part.
but shout out to Aditya also messing up the position. Quite might have given a scare to Manika for a second there to think a lot there. So
He fought hard. He fought.
yeah,
That's a good part.
that's the thumb rule. Just keep on fighting. So interesting to see top board Mavish Sheikh versus Isani Namir from Canada. Mavish has been wrapping up the games in like 5 minutes for as soon as the round starts. Okay, this wouldn't be wrapped up, I guess, because already entered into an end game. And let's see, interesting. All right, and we already have an end game going on.
Yeah, I think so. This is a very famous endgame. Black should be doing good here. Bishop d6, then this idea is there. I have seen this. Yeah.
King
Yeah,
c8,
King c8 is
also fine, I guess.
Yeah, it's also fine. I think black should somehow play c6 at some point.
c6.
Stopping knight d5.
All right. Now,
White is smart. White.
now what? Should the bishop eat up the knight?
I
Do you
think
have
maybe taking is forced because f6 is hanging right now.
now he plays c6, gives up the f6 pawn.
Maybe yeah, if you take bishop g7, the knight is trapped. Yeah, that's really cool. Cool idea. I think the best player has been
Mavish.
Mavi. Yeah, Mavish has been the best. So far, he has been dominating the tournament throughout.
Mavish is she. So she has definitely been playing great chess, and all right.
Yeah, the next idea is king c7, rook d8, and black will be better.
It's very interesting to know all these ideas in the end game so deeply. So shout out again to their coaches. Okay, rook d8 played, but still fine. King captures, king c7. Also, this is also very smart. Like even if it's a draw, Mavish and Isan Namir both will finish on top because nobody is going to chase them. So both are the leaders, and Mavish, I guess, will. All right. Sorry, guys. I guess Bebo got disconnected. Okay, Bebo, you are back. Got disconnected for a second. No worries.
Apology.
Okay.
There was a game.
All right. So as Webo, let's go to another game. Okay. We already see some victories here. All right.
Yeah, I think the games are round for a already over. I could see.
There are 3 games already over. Okay. All right. Lina Han gave up some hope right after she lost that. She was also in the contention of winning the tournament, and Manika Singh just checkmated Lina. A much like awaited victory for Manika there in the quick.
Mahesh and Manika has been like best so far. Their games have been the best in the game, like best in the tournament.
Yes.
So they have performed really.
We need more women in chess, so they both have been playing good. All right. 1 second. So let's see. There are more results on the board. Okay.
And recently there was an Asian Continental going on, and Divya Deshmukh won that. So we are having a good women empowerment coming up. So women chess in India is really growing. So there is a lot of scope for all the girls and women who are playing chess. So I think chess should be taken up as a serious sports for the women. So for the girls. So I think parents should motivate their kids to play. That is what I would advise.
Definitely, and we see Namir Isani is on 3 points. Mavish Sheikh is on three. Manika Singh finishes strong with 3 points. Mavish and Isani Namir, one of them will go on 3.5 or 4. It's yet to be seen, and some cool avatars here by the FIDE arena, good improvements to the platform. So let's see, and we have more games going on which we haven't jumped to. This is a game between Nirav Avyan Pujari. Avyan Pujari was going really strong, but did a blunder in the last one where we saw Queen H2. He had a draw in the bag, and Avyan also has been a regular and has played good chess in the FIDE online arena consistently, and he has a better position here too. No, Avyan is black, not that good of a position. I guess white is better here. Also, kids, it's about fighting back. So that's the skill. Okay. All right. So Nirav looks like Nirav will take this game home. All right. Let's jump to another game. Let's see what's all happening in other boards too, and then we'll come to the standings also towards the end. And here, let's see. Let's jump to the leaderboard game. Yeah, this end game is getting interesting as we see Namir Isani and Mavesh both playing. All right, Mavesh going for tricks. B4 captures rook A1, kind of a check. No, not a checkmate. King escapes from the D2 square, but the rook gets an entry point and an open file.
Yeah, actually, so the knight on C3 has no good place to go. There has to go to B1. That is the tricky part of the concept. And I think now black with two bishops have a real advantage.
And I'm amazed by how fast Mavesh is finding all these moves, like F5.
And these are all good moves. And to be honest, they're all good and very powerful
Yes.
moves. So it's really good. It's really good. It's really strong. Strong chess.
F5 opening up that dark square bishop on the bishop G5 options also somewhere opening up to attack the king. Yes, and okay, definitely attacking.
This is like engine-like play. Engine-like play. Rook D2 is met with bishop G5. And I think that E2 bishop is gone now.
Awesome. That's a great trick. That's a great trick there.
It's been awesome. It's been awesome. This like FIDE has been really strong and really good games. Good games all around.
Bishop G5 should be on the board now. No, but bishop E2 she has to capture, yeah.
Yeah, I think missed bishop G5.
No, but then bishop G5, bishop captures on C4. Then two bishops against the rook. Okay, rook and knight endgame.
Yeah, I think this is also okay.
This is still pressing for black because the knight is very passive. Where is the knight going? And the knight is sitting, crying in the corner. We call it like that. Knight. But rook D8, knight D2.
Yeah, I think that should be played. Rook D8, knight D2.
Okay, king E1.
I think then bishop H4 is there, I guess. Bishop H4, rook D1.
King F1, only move now.
But king F1 will be made with rook D1, I think it's a mate.
So he has
Yeah,
to play
I think.
rook F2.
But then bishop F2, king F2 and rook D1 will trap the B1 knight. And this is now winning for black.
So white doesn't have a defense right here.
No defense right now. Maybe one defense is there. Maybe G3, Bishop G3, then King F1. So that now Rook D1 is met with King G2.
That's what he goes for. G3, Bishop
Yeah.
G3, King F1.
To be honest, that moves to spot, and I think this is really cool that the kids are finding it out.
Very strong defense, and now Rook. But the knight is still trapped, right? Bishop F5,
Yeah.
F4,
Bishop F4, yeah, knight is trapped,
and the knight can't escape through D2. So I guess earlier only he had to go knight D2, right? When the king was on D1. So probably White had to think for a second here, like what to do towards that particular span, and both the players have enough time on the clock. So Mavish is playing on her strengths. She finds all the accurate moves in very less time. So she's playing on her strengths, and Isani Namir now thinking, but I guess it's a little bit late to think now. There's no compensation also, like to get 2 pawns against the knight or something like that is also not working.
Yeah, this is like totally lost because the bishop on F4 is strong and the rook on D1 is very active. Black has got good play. Just 8x B4 and the knight on B1 still. That has been the problem. The B4 pawn has been dominating the knight. So pawn is used to restrict the enemy pieces, and that's what black has done beautifully.
Yes, and Mavish took a pause there, 10 second, thought, captured. Now she knows she can eat up the knight anytime she wants, and excellent play, loving the playing style by Mavish here. And as we saw, Mavish has been the most consistent, most accurate player for today, and I guess that's the only game, last game going on, deciding the winner, and that's the game going to decide the winner here, and we'll see the standings soon. Guys, stay tuned in. All right, and we'll just get back. And Isani Namir will keep on playing as white here, so Mavish will need to convert this into a victory, and but we should see a good conversion here. Mavish taking time, thinking what to do, and just eating up the pawn on c3 also works, right? Simple.
Yeah, I think b3 would work. b3 and then bishop c1. Yeah.
Okay, she went for b3. Where too much accurate play. b3, bishop c1, rook captures, exchange the rooks.
He has been the best. He deserves to win this tournament, to be very honest. So, deserving winner of the tournament to me. If he wins, deserving winner, I think. At least for this tournament, the deserving one. Maybe other tournaments there are other good kids, but for this one, I think he is 100%.
Now probably okay. Rook a1, interesting.
Not so sure what the idea, but I think bishop c1 was totally.
Rook a2, and then bishop c1. I guess is the idea. h4 on the board by white. Also, I guess if white is, I guess, worried about the e5 pawn, so she might play it safe by going king d6, king e6, and then probably bishop c1 also. But anything, bishop c1 is anyways winning here. Anything is just winning for black, it looks like now. That black bishop is dominating. Okay, why king d6? I don't know.
Yeah, now I think black is playing a bit wayward. But yeah, still he's got a lot of advantage.
Oh, is there some kind of checkmate threat? Meeting net.
I think h5 should be played.
h5. Definitely h5 should be played, but so I to play, yeah, white plays h5 to stop black going h5 or stopping black from doing any checkmate threats here. White king goes up. Okay, finally manages to grab one of the pawns. Also now bishop c1 again, kind of a threat.
I think it's still complex, but yeah, black's still winning here. D3, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Bishop f4, then rook to d2, I think.
Bishop f4 simply eating up. No, h6 pawn can't be eat up. The e5 pawn falls. But yeah, bishop f4, rook d2 also the most easiest.
The reason is that black has the control of the open files. So black is better here, so black should be winning.
She goes bishop f4. White goes to support that pawn on h6. Now rook d2, but rook d2, she hasn't found that blow to the b2 pawn for a long time, but that's all right. I guess she'll find the way now. Also king c5, anything is just winning here. Like king c5 also looks good. We eat up the c4 pawn.
Yeah, I think black is totally winning here.
All right, so black should take the victory, and Mavish should be the winner here. Let's look at the board also. Let's look at the arena, what has happened till now. So all right, we have the winner will be decided between Mavish and Isani Namir. On tie breaks, Isani Namir has more points than Mavish, so Mavish needs to win. A draw would have put her on the second spot, and Nirav Premchand with 3 victories gets the third spot, sharing with Manika Singh. Manika Singh gets 3 points. Swarit Tejas Mehta gets 2.5. Mathi Laina Ann goes for 2 points, and then it's Avyan Pujari, Omar Tamain, Bethala Varun Tej. We did not see him joining. We have to check his games too. Gupta Sar, Tarale Harsh. Aditya Japesh got only 1 win, but we saw that he played some good chess. And let's see, the last game
He
going
has been
on.
fighting.
He definitely played some very good, exciting chess for us. And all right. Okay, black has taken another direction of not going for the b2 pawn, but going for the h6 pawn, which is still fine. Like as kids, they will just try to f6, h6. Both the pawns are falling, and this should be a victory soon here. All right, and the exciting arena is coming to an end. Let's see. Okay, all right. Zaisha, there are more streams coming in. You can join anytime soon, later too. All right, and Webo is frozen there, frozen like a candy. It's summertime, so let him enjoy his ice cream. All right, and here we are left. White goes for a check. All right, Webo is back.
Sorry to all the viewers. I think there has been some network glitch from my end.
No worries, Webo. You are back now. You're back. A little bit frozen, but still back, and we can hear you too. And now black is pressing. again can grab f pawn, grab the c5 pawn, too many pawns on the board. But shout out to white, Namir Isani almost had the arena in the hand and still going strong, still playing till the end. That's the way to go, and there will be more arenas, more tournaments coming up. We have everything, some interesting things happening on each weekend. Next weekend, for the audiences who are watching in, please tune in. Weber has a masterclass coming in on night end games. It will be interesting to learn from the master. And let's see, also for the people who do not know, Weber is in real life a very strong chess player, Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, which is not an easy feat to achieve. And I can't even remember his rating. I don't want to share his rating because it's very higher than me. So
I also would not love to share my rating. I would just say rating is just a number. Every chess player, we are here for enjoying the game, so we should give 100% and respect the game. The game would obviously give it back to you. So if you respect it, it will obviously give it back to you at some point.
Weber, it's easier for you to say with that rating that you have. Because
no, to be very honest, if you're disciplined and if you're focused, if you give that much amount of time and dedication, I think it will obviously going to happen. It's honestly going to happen. So that dedication and focus should be there with every kid. Focus and dedication, that's two things, very important.
All right, focus and dedication is the key to get a rating of 2-1. Sorry, what's the rating? 2-2.
I think it's 2151. I'm not sure. I think it's 2151.
Right now. But what will there's a peak of 2-2, right? 2-2-6-3.
Yeah, it's 2-2. I think 19.
Okay, there's a peak of 2200, which is, and currently 2100 something, but definitely like some 600-700 points higher than me. So all right, okay. Let's tune in. So Mavish should be grabbing up this game very quickly. Finally, she manages to get that b2 pawn, which we were talking about, where the b3 pawn will be queening soon. And anything works. Rook c2, rook c1, b2, b1. Almost everything is winning here. And white doesn't have. Okay, white is going with the king to try to grab the pawns, but let's see. Yeah, rook c2, rook c1.
Yeah, I think rook c2, b2, rook c1. Okay, black is going for tricks, as you know, bishop b2. Okay, now b2, bishop c1 and b1. I think b2, then bishop to c1, and then b1.
Anything is winning right now. B1, b2. Okay, again going for the same trick. F5, king would have captured.
Yeah, I think it's a mate. Rook h2 is a mate.
Rook h2 is a checkmate. And yes, Mavish definitely finds it. And that comes to an end. And shout out to Mavish, but shout out to Namiri Isan also, joining in from Canada at this hour and showcasing some excellent chess. And definitely it was some, but today it was Mavish day, playing some excellent chess. And a lot of shout out to other kids also who are doing really well. We enjoyed today both Mavish and Manika's games, two very strong female chess players, so we enjoyed their games. Neerav Premchand, Isani Namir, Swarit Tejas Mehta, Laina Ann, Avian Pujari, all of them somewhere in the race were there with 2 points, 2 victories in the beginning, but a little bit off towards the end. So focus, patience till the end, like grit towards the end is much more important. But guys, one arena, one tournament, sometimes it's your day, sometimes it's not. And Webo can vouch for it, who has played thousands of tournaments to get to the level that he is on. And shout out to the other kids also who has finished towards the lower end of the standings, but they definitely had a very strong game, troubled, made sure that the games went on for 75-90 moves. We saw this time the arena went on for more than 2 hours total, like kids showcasing their skill. And with that, Weber, your final words. Let's jump to the chat also, and let's see if there are any requests from the chat. Probably majorly we covered almost all the kids. So parents, if you want us to cover, if we might have missed any of the kids, apologies. You can drop their ID in the chat. We can definitely go through their games quickly towards the end. And it has been a long Saturday afternoon for me and Weber towards streaming, but we had fun. I definitely enjoyed it. The end games were crazy. I definitely loved them. Weber, your thoughts?
It's a warm-up for me for my master class. I'm
Warm up
going to
for the
give the
master class
and
where Weber has
yeah,
to be
warm-up
careful.
by my students. That's what we love. See, I'm going to teach something to my students, and my students gave me the warm-up. So they eventually played the end games and gave me the warm-up.
All right, but these were some very interesting rook and bishop, rook and pawn, mostly rook end games that we saw. And for the audiences tuning in, Weber's masterclass on night end games is going to come. Yes, Mavesh Sheikh is in the chat. Mavesh, congratulations for the victory of the arena today. Congrats, and it's exciting to see you in the chat also, always rooting for us. And yeah, so coming back, Weber night end games masterclass 24th June. Stay tuned. It's going to be at in the evening, right, around 8:30 p.m. In the night, so that people from across the world will be able to tune in. So don't forget to tune in. Also, one exciting tournament coming on the same day at around 2 p.m. IST. So a lot of events coming in. There are other USCF arenas going on, practice arena going on. We'll bring you all the arenas, all the exciting fun. Meanwhile, if you haven't subscribed or liked to our channel, please go like, share and subscribe. Also check out Weber's amazing analysis of the World Championship series. So he has some amazing videos on our YouTube channel. Go ahead, check it out, along with Rajesh Nayak, who is also an exciting coach. Or Rajesh Nayak's podcast is also up. We are doing a lot of things, some podcasts, some videos, more tournaments coming in, and we would love you to have in our journey. So stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thank you. Bye bye everyone.
Bye bye.